Morning, folks. I think it's getting a bit warmer actually. Don't seem as cold down here as it has done through the winter. It's getting a bit milder. We went to the opticians yesterday. Had a it's only a little optician on the high street in Farsley. You know, a private one. By gum, I've never had such a long eye test in my life. I was in there ages. She did all sorts to my eyes, and I've been getting headaches on a night. I always have a glass of wine with me tea on a night, and by about, I don't know, 8, 9 o'clock at night, I get a headache. Not every night, but I've been blaming the wine for it, and so I stopped having a drink with my meal, and I still got them. So I thought, then I realised when I was watching a football match, and I was looking at the screen properly, and I was thinking, I'm not focusing. These players on the pitch are not in focus, right? I can see them all right, but they're not quite in focus. So I thought, I think I need an eye test. I think that must be why I'm getting these headaches. So that's why I went yesterday. And she says my eyes have changed a lot. I last had an eye test 4 years ago. She says your eyes have changed a lot since then. That'll explain why you're
getting headaches.
I said, well, I don't have them during the day. She says, yeah, because your eyes get tired. They're having to work harder, and they get tired by night time. And when you're watching TV on a night, that's why they run out of energy, whatever it is. I don't know.
Focus.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, right now, watching the screen, it is not in focus.
To you?
These are varifocals, and they're in 3 stages. The bottom are for reading, and that's the level. Yeah, it's more in focus if I just lift my head back a bit, but when it's down normally, you're not in focus. So hopefully, well, that cost me 230 quid. The last pair of glasses I got were 90.
Mm-hmm.
And she
Them
said,
that
well,
you've got on now.
these here
Yeah.
were 90 quid. I said, you need to look at the bottom end of the price range for frames for me. And the ones that I've ordered are equivalent to what these are, but that's what they are now. From 90 quid, 230.
Well, they were 250, weren't they? But she knocked you
20 quid off, yeah, she must have sympathised with. And then we went to Asda.
Oh, yeah. There weren't as many in there.
I don't know whether it's because kids have gone back to school, or whether they've got pissed off with stay at place. Although it was better
Today.
yesterday.
Yeah.
They've got some of the aisles sorted. I don't know what the point of it is, because basically it's no different, is it?
I think they've got more fridge freezers in, and more newer newer
display cabinets.
display cabinets, I think.
The big hook, any
Aisles seemed wider.
Wider?
Didn't they? Yeah, a bit wider.
right. But they're still working on a section of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're still working on sections of it. It's mainly freezer ends that they've been doing, isn't
Yeah.
it? Freezer places.
Anyway, the till, the checkout all right, worked all right.
Yeah.
This time.
Did?
And basically that was it. By the time we got back, it were 2:30. By the time we'd had us lunch, put it all away, had us lunch, it was turned 3.
I did a bit of ironing when we got back in.
You did?
Yeah, only a bit.
Oh,
I think it was 4 o'clock when I went into the room
right.
to sit down.
Friend came to see Tracy. Well, a neighbour. She lives
Just down the road.
just out the road here. Came to have a chat with Tracy. I was reading this morning that there's been trials going on in UK, various parts of UK, from July to December of a 4-day working week.
Oh, that.
And all the firms that have run the trial, it was due to end now, but they've carried on with it.
Have they?
Yeah.
What, they think it's a good idea?
All the staff are happier and the
Well, I think,
turnover hasn't dropped.
no, I think when you have to do something in a specific amount of time, and then you're going to have more time off, you're more motivated to get it done, aren't you?
They were.
They found in, what, it's 60s?
No, 70s, when we had the 3-day week.
Yeah, that productivity went up.
Yeah.
Why they didn't
Oh,
figure
no.
it out
They
then?
couldn't allow working class to be content. Well, it'd undermine, it's a bit like army discipline. You don't want to, they used to call it morale, undermining the morale of the men. No, can't allow that. Anyway, they've been having a Wednesday off, so it's like being a midweek break.
All right.
That's how
Just a
they've done it.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
All right.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
All right.
That was the working week. Yeah.
Well, it'd been better if you had Friday off, wouldn't it? Then you had a long
Well,
weekend.
if anybody else tries it, I think they might try that.
Yeah. Right.
So you get Saturday, Sunday, Monday off.
Or Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Where are we?
Right. This is the 18th of October, 2016. Rain most of the night. Well, we're back in Waddingham. Well, Ibblestone, just down the road. Pretty boggy on this park. Nice otherwise. It overlooked a bit of a lake.
It did, yeah.
Yeah. Lovely overlooking the lake. Went to the house and rearranged the furniture and got rid of some weeds. Went to the agents and arranged for them to value the house. Not happy to be back in Brig. Came back to the site and I did another drawing for Mick. Yeah. I was doing little pen drawings, wasn't I?
Oh, yeah.
On postcards.
Yeah.
I had a customer who likened this thing we were doing to Toad All from from the, what is it? The book? Oh, we're going to, under Milk Woodbury, it's not.
No.
Toad of Toad Hall in, can't
Oh,
remember,
dear.
forgotten. But
You'll know what we
she
mean.
said, keep me informed at your whereabouts. I told her I was packing in and living full time in a van. And she called me Toad.
Poop, poop.
Poop, poop. So I used to keep sending her little cards as well. Spoke to our kid. Jane's had a fall, but she's okay. Our kid still continues with the oxypod. I never really told you about that. My brother invented a device that you connect to your boiler called an oxypod. And you know how a boiler works? It sends the water, it heats the water up to a certain temperature and sends it all around your pipes, all around your radiators, all around the house, and it comes back. And because it's made that journey around all your pipes, it comes back into your boiler cooler, so the boiler has to heat it back up again, and then it sends it off back round again. And that's basically what, from what our kid says, that's what your boiler's doing. Well, he invented this device called an oxypod, which removed the air from the water in the system. It's a closed system, and so it removed the air from the water. That did two things. One, it stops the inside of your radiators from corroding because there's no air in the water. And the other thing is that the water, because it had no air in it, remained hotter for longer. So when it went all round your pipes and came back into your boiler, the boiler didn't have to spend as long heating it back up because it hadn't dropped in temperature as much. So therefore it saved on gas. Well, my brother remortgaged his house. He patented this device. He spent 15 years and went through hell, basically.
I think they were blocking him. Or the powers that be.
Powers
Yeah,
that
definitely.
be stood in his way. They did everything to stop him.
And eventually he got some into council properties, schools and hospitals and different things. And years later, they have now discovered that these oxypods are doing a brilliant job.
Some of them have been in there 10 years.
Yeah.
And they've saved
them.
And they've suddenly they've woken up. They've started contacting him fairly recently. So whether anything comes from that, I don't know, because he's had that many. What do you call them? False
bumps in the road.
Yeah, false optimisms, whatever you want to call it.
Anyway,
so
let's hope this time it works.
That was in 2016.
Yeah.
So the following day, nice dry day for moving up to Recollections. Oh, near our kid.
Oh yeah, I must have been going to see him. That's maybe why we were talking to him.
Because our kid lives in Balby, just outside Selby. But I like this little site. Arrived at Recollections okay and set up. I went to pay and got a lecture from a very smug, wealthy park owner about rendering myself homeless. Yes, she was. She was. Never be without a property. This woman blames Brexit for everything. She blamed it for reducing her private pension by 6%. Yeah, she pissed me off, actually.
It really upset you, didn't it?
It did, yeah. All my doubts returned. and struggle to sleep that night. I feel totally lost. Retirement is certainly the cause of vexation. I wrote there. Following day. A cold night last night, but dry. I checked the fuses on the car, owing to the windows not working. Turned out I had turned them off unawares. So that would have been in the Terracan, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The Hyundai.
Yeah.
Oh. Went to the caravan place to get some gas. Looked at vans. Drove to Stamford Bridge and bought fish and chips and ate them outside. Cool but sunny. Walked round to the static caravan park. Ah, yeah, we were still looking at statics, weren't we?
Yeah.
There is one in Stamford Bridge.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe how much cheaper they were than Cornwall. Didn't open long enough though. Did they only open 10 months?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drove back to the park. A nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was quite a well, vexatious.
Yeah.
That's what I called it.
Stressful time, wasn't it, really,
Trying to
figure out how it were all going to work.
Am I doing right? A lot of doubts in my mind about it. But every time I thought about staying where I was, I worked it all out financially. No, I don't think so. I think in the end, we probably did right not staying where we were because that park has been taken over.
Yeah, Nick sold it.
I've no idea what the state of play is on that park, but it was taken over by a multinational. And when that happens, because it was it was owned by a family, Mick, and his family owned it. But when the multinational took over, you know what it's like when they take over a place. You know, can only get more expensive. Yeah. So. I haven't been back for a long while. We did keep in contact for a while with Steve on the park. Spoke to him on the phone. Yeah. And once when we went
to see him, didn't we?
When we went to the dentist, we went to see him. But we haven't been back for a good 2 or 3 years, have we? Yeah. So I've no idea what it's like. I thought I'd give you one of my own poems, and I got my book out to remind me.
Which one?
Which one? Oh, that one. You've heard these before, I think. This poem is a poem when I played in the band. I think I might have told you the story. When I played in the band, Melvin had to make a load of voice changes on the synth for the next song, and there was a gap, and I said, I'm going to have to do something to fill this gap. Can't just stand on the stage waiting. So I wrote this really strange poem, but I liked it. I think the audience liked it and all. And it's called Skill Kill, call it. It goes like this if I remember it. Skill kill, feel awful ill on Nagasaki mega mill, and ghetto stiletto into the gutto to glittering gutter of guest house galore, and clitter and clatter on tracks that don't matter to find your poor masters a shadowy Caesar, and wallowing walls of a private siesta, till time, tick-tock travel, you will not unravel to find a utopia peopled by rabble. So chew on your gingerbread, pretty poor people, don't go any further, you'll evaporate. like birds with clipped wings, into a syringe of a paradise, private walled universe. And don't worry, or hurry, or mind about your money, just fiddle in your pockets till Rome burns down, or rent a spade and dig your way into a lifestyle habitat, more pretty people in a dome. You're looking fine, you're cashmere clad.
A good dear. You remembered it all.
Yeah, I did. I used to recite that to an audience while Melvin was doing his voice changes. Right. Because I'm going up to bookshop today to get my books back. I haven't heard out from them, so I take that I've been rejected. Again.
You'll have to ask. See what's going on.
It'll be embarrassing.
Oh.
Awful experience. Horrible, I hate it.
Oh.
So, all being well, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye everybody.